about that. I just made it up. It's
I like
something.
it. I like it. It's just a thing. Hello, everybody. This is Ken from Reverend Guitars, sitting here with our good friend, Mr. Rick Vito, at his first trip to the Circle R Ranch in sunny, beautiful
It's amazing.
Toledo, Ohio.
It's amazing. You got to make the trip someday.
Yeah.
I'm so glad I was able to come.
We're thrilled to have you as we announce Rick Vito signature model number 3, the Soul Shaker.
Soul Shaker. Soul Shaker time, everybody.
This is the culmination of 20-year collaboration.
That's right. We've been together 20 years.
So now tell us how you met Joe Naylor.
I met Joe through a good friend of mine named Jeff Ross out in California, a terrific player, former member of the Helicasters and Candy Cane, a lot of other work he's done. And he had one of the original Reverends sitting in his house in the corner. I said, "What is that?" And he put me together with Joe. And I was with Bonnie Raitt at the time, and we were actually opening for Eric Clapton in Europe. So I called Joe and I said, "Well, I'm with Bonnie Raitt. We're opening up for Clapton. Would you like to have one of your guitars featured?" So he sent me one out, and went back and forth on different models a couple times with him, but finally settled on one, and worked out real well. And soon after that, he asked me if I'd like to think about having a signature model. And I had a coat that I had hand painted with all these wild skulls. I had planets and little emblems of different kind. And he said, "What I want to do is I want to take these things that you've drawn on your coat and sandblast them or do something on one of the Reverend guitars, and that'll be your signature model." So we did that. That was the first Rick Vito signature. It had 2 P90s.
2 very hot P90s.
Yeah.
They were the P90s were specific to that guitar.
Yes.
And they were wound really, probably the hottest P90s you can find.
Yeah.
They were really something.
Yeah. And so that made them just ever so slightly darker, and which was good for slide, which is what I kind of originally wanted the guitar for. And then I found that I liked it for standard playing also. And
so we did that guitar in 2005,
Maybe 3,
something like that. And in limited numbers, and then of course we quit manufacturing guitars using that process, which we've been over on these hallowed videos, all these videos a number of times, and we started doing more traditional models with solid bodies, starting with mahogany, using a lot of mahogany and spruce, and then eventually working our way into Carina. And around the time that we started working our way into Carina, you started talking to Joe about a second model, and Joe had some ideas, basically riffing on what's that beautiful one-off guitar that you. What's that called again?
I refer to it as the Streamliner, or the Deco Streamliner.
Yeah.
So I was on tour with Bob Seger, and there were many days off. Bob would work maybe 3 nights a week, and then we'd have 3 or 4 nights off, depending on the week. So I had to amuse myself in various ways, and one of the things that I did was just draw guitars. I said, I want to have something that's just mine. Nobody else is going to have this. And I want it to be Art Deco.
Yeah.
So I kept doodling, noodling, and I finally came up with one. I had it built out in Los Angeles. And it had, a lot of Art Deco appointments to it. And then I didn't ever recall seeing anything but a few things on, D'Angelico's, for instance, had a few appointments that were Deco. And Lap Steels had Deco.
A lot, yeah.
So I wanted to incorporate that. And we finally successfully did that. So Joe liked a lot of what I did. And we decided to take some of his ideas and pair them with some of mine. And we came out with the second Rick Vito signature model, which was
which we now call the RV Classic.
The RV Classic, yes.
Yeah, with the beautiful deco striping and a raised center ridge, of course. And over the years, we launched that model in 2010. And over the years, we've offered it with and without Bigsby's, and with the original pickup configuration was, of course, a dual Pro pickup, which Joe designed for you to be a high output version of a pickup like you would find in the old Steels of the 50s,
like
basically.
Something that you might find in maybe a Valco design from the early 50s.
Just with enough output to be used with modern equipment and modern amplifiers.
Yeah, it was
and things.
modernized,
Yeah,
for sure.
Really cool sounding pickup paired with the P90.
Paired with the P90
and
very well,
yeah.
because they're relatives or cousins or something.
But of course, and we're still offering that guitar in the original green because it's cool and it has a lot of fans and we like it.
It's a unique guitar.
It
I
really
really
is.
like it.
But then, so as time goes on, of course, and you're taking different gigs and doing different things, you started looking for something with some more traditional tones.
Well, there was something about my original Streamliner, going back to that
Yeah.
original Streamliner, a Deco Streamliner, which had humbucking pickups in it. So we started talking about having a humbucking pickup guitar again, and retaining some of the qualities of the second RV Classic.
Yeah, yeah.
And yet, and so pairing those ideas together, we came up with
The
the Soul Shaker.
Yeah.
And so what we've done is basically just simplified it. Whereas the Classic has the Reverend bass contour roll-off and a pan switch. We've simplified this guitar to your basic old volume, tone, and 3-position toggle switch. And of course it has the Bigsby as standard on this one, and it has a beautiful mother of pearl top, and people will refer to it as something else, but we won't, will we?
No, we won't. We're
No.
going to call that Mother of Pearl.
Mother of pearl.
Indeed.
And of course, you should tell them about this incredible binding that we wanted to have on it.
Yeah, Rick wanted the black and white checkered binding, which was something that
Kind
Joe,
of a rope idea.
Yeah, and Joe went on a quest to source this, thinking, "Oh, I've seen something like that
Yeah.
before," and he started looking around for it, and it was not anything that Joe had seen before, apparently, and it's just something that was unavailable to us as a guitar manufacturer. So we have this binding custom made by a company over in Washington State. And they make it and they ship it to our friends over at Mere Music, who then put it on the guitar. The pickups are the Reverend Classic Alnico humbuckers. And to just further differentiate it and give it that look, we put those Deco pointers
Yes.
on the pickups that were like, that sort of harken back to the RV Classic Dual Pro pickup.
That's right.
It's a really very classy, cool look. And note to the Soul Shaker on the truss rod
We've got
cover.
the Soul Shaker up on the truss rod, and we've got, of course, the pearl
overlay.
headstock matches, and the rear of the guitar is satin on the neck.
Yep, it is
and gloss black on the sides and back.
solid Carina body with a satin finished neck, so it has that smooth glide.
It does, and we took a lot of time to make sure that this guitar was balanced really nicely, and it is. And the neck, it's same way. We wanted to make sure it was very, very smooth and easy to play, easy to finger, and I think we've accomplished that too. Of course, it has locking tuners, which
Yes.
keeps it in tune nicely. Even with the Bigsby roller bridge, and very happy with it.
And now
Comes in two colors.
The balance is very important for you. I don't know why this is just occurring to me now. But I mean, with all of the slide playing that you do, you're not necessarily cradling the neck in your hand. You
That's
are
right.
floating.
You're floating it, yeah.
Yeah, and
so
so-
sometimes if a guitar tends to be neck heavy, that really can be a real drag to a slide player. And so,
Just now,
yeah.
this is all clicking.
So this one here is balanced really well, so you don't have to constantly or even occasionally be pulling them up on your neck.
We have been working on this guitar since late 2017. We are launching it here in January of 2019.
That's right.
It is available. We're debuting this bad boy at the NAMM show. So we hope you guys enjoy it. And Rick, I'm really looking forward to seeing live performances.
Yes, there will be live performances. There will be, there's going to be a CD which features the prototype
Excellent.
that was actually used on a track or two.
Nice.
It's also going to be called Soul Shaker. So look for all this new stuff, 2019.
All right. Why don't you play us out just a little bit? Because, man, it sounds terrific. Notice this one's not even...